In this episode of the Maverick, Jack Laugle returns to the Harteis Ranch with his team in hopes of laying down some huge Colorado bull elk. Last year, his archery week landed just shy of the rut. Will it all come together for the Laugles this year? Let's find out. For over a decade, I have taken you on the hunt. We have traveled to the ends of the earth and faced beasts beyond imagination. We have taken some epic adventures.
Unbelievable, yes! Awesome!
Now that I have a family of my own, I realize how important my legacy, our legacy, will be to leave behind. The spirit to do more, be more, give more against all odds or popular demand. That's the spirit of a Maverick. So join me every week as we learn a Maverick story. Help fulfill their dream hunt. And make this world a little better for all. And together, let's create a legacy for generations to come. This week, Jack Laugle of Innovative Casting Technologies and his family joined me at the ranch to hunt elk. Jack has an impressive history of strong bonds and great relationships with both his personal family and his work family of Innovative Casting Technologies. Jack and his wife Sandy have worked together most of their married years, and his business relationships with his managers, Dave, Jeremy, and Brian, also join him on this hunt is nearly just as long. Through good times and bad, Jack knows that family is most important. He loves bringing his sons Mitch and Mason along on these hunts, and they all miss their sister Megan, who remains in Indiana cheering them on from the Indianapolis Colts sideline.
Hi, I'm Jack Laugle from Indiana, and here we are at the Harteis Ranch in western Colorado. This trip, there was a total of 6 of us, a couple guys from work, Jeremy, Dave, and Brian. I also brought my 2 sons along, Mitch and Mason.
I grew up hunting with my dad. He introduced me to it, so now we get to come out here every year, which is pretty awesome.
3rd year out here at the Harteis Ranch. Favorite thing about the trip, of course, the whole family getting to come out here.
And then all the wives joined us for this hunt to enjoy the lodge. The experience here is just, it's second to none. Not just the treatment that they give you, but the hunting here is just unbelievable.
I love the mountains, love the scenery. Last year I came here, I was elk hunting. I was fortunate enough to get an elk. Came back this year mule deer hunting.
Amount of mule deer and elk and turkey, bear, everything's here. It's crazy.
I mean, to come out here and be able to hunt this place, it's unbelievable. It's the greatest place ever.
Freddie's one of a kind. I've never met anybody like him. He's full of energy and he's on go all the time.
We're ready. Freddie, he's called the Maverick. If you're ever out here and you see how he works, he is a Maverick. He really knows what he wants, really knows how to make it happen. My best friend from Colorado right there. He's in it to win it. He likes to get things done, but he likes to get things done right.
Jack Laugle, he's a lot like Freddie. High energy, on go all the time.
Morning one, mission, dead elk. Let's do it.
My dad is still a Maverick, that's for sure, because he tends to put everyone else in front of him. So I know he enjoys seeing myself, my brother, and then a couple of his coworkers as well taking animals out here. And I know that in the end, it doesn't really matter if he comes home with an elk or not, because he still has a great time and enjoys watching everyone else have an awesome hunt.
Our first morning here, we hunted up there on Banderito Ridge. We were up in that area. It was basically starting to glass, get a feel for how the week's going, just seeing what was out there.
Beautiful morning.
This evening, they better come to water.
That's it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I went mule deer hunting this year. I went elk hunting last year. We didn't see any elk last year, so I thought if I switched it up this year, I'd get the chance to see an elk, which I did, and I've also been fortunate enough to see mule deer as well.
Last year, I actually killed in the first hour of our hunting here. This morning, thought we were gonna get it done the first hour again. I had a bull come up about halfway up the mountain, bed down underneath us. So we're actually gonna drop down in front tonight. Expect him to come down the hill back to water and see if we can get the job done. So
It's gonna taste good when I get one down. I'm optimistic. I got the best guide out there, so we're gonna see what happens tonight.
So we're heading out to Big Fred's Pond. There was a bunch of elk out front this morning, and we figured they're gonna hit either Big Fred's or Middle. So we flipped the dice. We're going where we believe is gonna be the ticket.
On our first evening there, we were over at Big Fred's cabin, waiting for him to come off the bed and come on down. Sitting in the blind with Freddie, I got about the same personality. There's always a lot of laughter, and it's probably worse when we have cellular, because then we're looking up stuff and laughing.
Freddie is the life of the party. You could see nothing, and he could convince you that you guys just had the most fun hunt of your life, and it feels that way too.
The elk cooperate. We're in it to win it.
Confidence comes with years of experience, knowing what you want and how to go after it, having the right tools for the right moment. With Armscore ammo, confidence comes in many calibers. Get your Armscore ammo today, in stores or online at ammoandmorestore.com.
At the Harteis Ranch, it's not about the hunt, it's about the experience. We want this ranch to be your home away from home. With first-class accommodations, private rooms, baths, and balconies, to recreational rooms and activities. This is a hunter's paradise.
There was another group hunting in the middle pond, and they were able to tell us that, hey, they're bugling right above us, they could hear it, and then we knew to get ready, that they were coming.
So it sounds like the elk went right over the middle pond and Mitch got a shot at that bull, put an arrow in him. I'm waiting to hear how good the shot was. It's possible that group's gonna come over here.
My son Mitch, he killed one on the first day again, just like he did last year, but it was an interesting story this year. He shot one, didn't have that great of a shot. The second shot was on the money. I'm sort of disappointed because I didn't kill it. Oh, yeah, no, I'm really happy for him. No, it's a great bull.
My brother bagged out the first day. He seems to be the luckiest guy when he comes out west. We've came out here 4 times now. He's killed 3 times out of the 4. This time was actually my first time seeing an elk, so he's been very fortunate to witness these awesome animals, which I think are sweet now that I've gotten to see one this week.
Shot high, and my 50-yard shot, I buried him.
They take off, out in the window, I just start cow calling. And here they come, right in the trees, right back. And they circle us, and then we hear the bugle. Yeah. And I'm like, that sounds like him. And then he shoots, and it's perfect. He goes, how often do you get a second shot at him? I go, never.
It happened late. It was the last half hour. We had a big bull hit the water hole. He was the first one in, and he just sat there and bugled and drank and bugled and drank, and then even laid down in the water. He was just a nice 6x6, but being the first evening, we went ahead and passed just so we could see what else was out there. One thing that's interesting here at the Harteis Ranch is, everybody goes out hunting, everybody's going in a complete different direction, and you almost can't wait to get back to tell everybody what you've seen and then to hear who else seen or somebody probably killed, so you know who killed and you know what the story was.
So what do you think, Jack? There's 4 bulls there. What do you think about that?
4 of them total might be about a 300.
So you're gonna pass again?
I can't.
He's passed on 5 bulls now. We'll keep moving.
The second morning, we were up there sitting on the saddle blind thinking the elk were gonna come up over the saddle. They stopped short of where we were at. You know, we could hear them.
We'll see if it sounds like they're getting a little closer over the next few minutes, and we know they're coming.
The Maverick is sponsored by Baku Bikes, built by sportsmen for sportsmen. FX Air Guns, engineered precision. Shadow Hunter Blinds, professional grade hunting blinds. You already know that Big R has almost everything you need for your home, garden, and the great outdoors. Now Big R and the Maverick are coming together to offer you a chance to win a hunt of a lifetime in 2022. Register for our Bison Hunt giveaway with the Maverick below. Visit us online for details and official rules. Some restrictions apply.
The second night of our hunt, we're set back up over Big Fred's blind again. Didn't see any elk that evening, but it was a very interesting hunt. We had 24 toms come in to get a drink, you know, so they had the water hole completely circled, and I've just never seen that many toms come into one area. Our third morning, we had about a ½ inch snow come in. That really makes it exciting when you see everything all in just bright white. You know everything's going to stick out a little bit more.
Another beautiful morning. It goes from 90 to 9 degrees.
We were able to see a couple bulls in, I think it was down there in the Bobcat area. There was 4 bulls down there running around, and I was hunting with my buddy Dave, and Dave was able to slip down in there, and they were working those bulls.
The rut typically begins within 5 to 10 days of the fall equinox.
I want you to get in that draw and climb right up on that bank right there by the big bushy tree. But just be really careful because they should still be to our right. Keep an eye out to your right.
It is widely accepted that the precise ratio of darkness and light is what signals the start of the estrus in the cows, releasing pheromones that drive the bulls crazy.
It was a good idea. They winded us before. Dang it. Yeah.
The first couple days have been a little tough to get close enough for a shot. But this morning we were fortunate enough to find buck and velvet this morning, and I got the job done.
You ready, bro? I'm ready. You can do this. Here at the Harteis Ranch, he's got a couple of out positions you can stay at. A couple of cabins completely out on the other side of the ranch. I mean, the accommodations are first class. You're off the grid. You know, you're sleeping out there in total darkness. The stars are just absolutely gorgeous. So it just adds to the trip.
We had one of the guys down here this morning. Saw a bunch of elk tracks going up through Kingpin Meadow.
The third night of our hunt, Freddie's gonna take me down to where he killed Kingpin at. His new blind set, new water hole. We got into the blind early because we thought, okay, it's gonna happen. So we got into the blind about 2:30. Lo and behold, darkness fell upon us. We didn't hear a bugle. We didn't hear a cricket chirping. We heard nothing. Stayed down here at the Banderito cabin, so they're playing a little hard to get. But Freddie's got a plan. We're gonna go up on some ridge tops and see what we can find. We were skirting up onto the ridge on North Banderito, and we got up there and seen a nice herd of elk with 3 bulls.
8 to 9-year-old bulls have the greatest chance of mating.
As we got up there, Freddie was trying to take us up into position to get them as they were going to their bedding area. We all of a sudden noticed that the herd started moving quite quickly.
It is a fantastic time to hunt because obviously the bulls are a bit distracted by the cows.
When we looked up over to the left, there is a small herd of coyotes, and that actually bumped the herd right in front of us.
And maybe not paying as much attention to the folks sneaking around in their Badlands camel.
So we weren't able to get ahead of them that day, but we did get to see where they all bedded down to put together a game plan for that evening.
Pressure's on my dad tonight, that's for sure. I'm going out with another guy who hasn't bagged an elk yet, but I know Dad will get it done because he's out there with Freddie.
The hunt on that evening We knew where the bulls were bedded, so we had a great idea that they were going to come to the 360 blind. We get to the blind where we can see the blind and see the water hole, and there was already a cow on the water hole. So the cow goes bolting out of there. I look to the right, and about 70 yards, there's this bull right there.
The Maverick is sponsored by Big R. Almost anything, Big R's got it. SKB Cases, producing the best transport cases in the world since 1977. The Maverick is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. At Stonewall Antler Company, we are inspired by the beautiful sheds left behind in the valley, which we collect and craft into handmade homewares. From healthy dog chews to beautiful custom treasures, the Stonewall Antler Company is something for everybody. StonewallAntlerCompany.com. Tired of not finding the ammo you need at the sporting goods store? Ammo and More has it online, and we can ship it right to your door. Your search is over at ammoandmorestore.com.
I look to the right, and about 70 yards, there's this bull right there. So I grab Freddie, and we can see this bull through the oak brush. Freddie ranges the bull, and the bull's only at 70 yards. I was able to sneak up through the oak brush, got within 50 yards of the bull. As I stood up and drew, the bull had no clue we were there until we put the shot in him.
Great job. You just smoked him. That was amazing.
When the shot hit the bull, the blood was just everywhere instantly. Yeah, you know, we got this one. That was awesome. We heard the bull go down, you know, within about a minute. It was a great celebration there on the mountain. And when we got in there, following the blood was like walking on a sidewalk.
Look at this, rage in the cage. Blood filled. That one, bro.
Freddie did tell me when I first showed up, I had some broadheads that I wasn't for sure which one I was going to shoot. And Freddie said, for sure, shoot the Rage. You know, I want you to shoot the Rage broadheads. And yeah, it made a mess of that elk.
Another giant here at the Harteis Ranch. You did it. A 5x6, he doesn't build his sixth. That's cool as heck. This ranch, this is what you come to expect. Bulls like this, and to do it with a bow and to do it with you, just an awesome experience. We love you. We love having you in your family, and just to see this whole week work out the way it did, just an awesome memory. I'll remember forever.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you, man. And then we get back that evening and we're waiting for everybody to come in. There was only 3 of us left that had a kill, so after I killed mine, it was down to 2. Brian was out mule deer hunting, and we had Jeremy out elk hunting.
They were like, wait a minute, I can see elk in that second pasture.
Yeah.
Ryan Costa was my guide, and we've seen several elk, but they're super smart out here. So we finally got on one and had a nice bull come in and shot him, and he ran about 300 yards and was dead.
I was hunting elk this week. Cooge and I put one down, 6x6, and it was a really exciting hunt.
Brian comes in first, he's whacked his mule deer, and then right at dark, Jeremy was able to kill a real nice bull. So our whole trip, we went 6 for 6, archery kills on everything. 4 of us were elk hunting and 2 of us were mule deer hunting.
One guy killed first day, one guy killed third day, and 4 of us were fortunate enough to kill the 4th day. Had a lot of meat hanging on the rail.
Freddie, I would have to say, really leads the way.
Freddie is one of the nicest, most sincere guys in the world. Very appreciative, I guess, of what he has, which is pretty awesome seeing guys like that.
Harteis Ranch is awesome out here. I can't complain one bit.
These guys are like family. I mean, we've got Coogee out here, and Steve out here, and we have Greg and another Greg, and Ryan Costa, and of course, you know, Freddie. Debbie cooking this year.
The food is amazing. It's crazy how good we eat out here this week.
It was just unbelievable experience. I mean, it's just, you are really catered to here, but you really get to hunt. I mean, it's not like they're gonna do everything for you. You get to hunt here.
You really gotta put in your time out here. I mean, it took 4 days and we've seen several elk, but they're super smart out here.
It's great, it's a great experience.
Well, Team Laugle nailed it this time. They were here for the peak of the rut and managed to fill all 6 tags. Harvesting some nice bulls and bucks, this is one of the most successful archery seasons on the Harteis Ranch.
Soaring above the breathtaking Stonewall Valley reveals a hidden treasure. Close to comfort, yet on the edge of where the wild things roam. Here, you'll find the Harteis Ranch, nestled between the Spanish Peaks and the Sangre de Cristo mountain range in southern Colorado. An experience unparalleled awaits you. From professional archery instruction and firearms training, enjoy epic simulated battles that are virtually boundless, or explore the majestic, dense forests for the remnants of the enormous creatures that call it home. Our beautiful lodge is just minutes from Monument Lake, where you can cast your line into the pristine, placid waters, as they reflect all the reasons you need to be here in this moment in time. Come join us for an unforgettable encounter. To world-class wildlife observation excursions that are as intimate as they are inspiring. For an extraordinary escape, to relax and reconnect with nature, to reawaken your senses. For Western hospitality graciously served in the most extraordinary setting. Come experience God's country.